Hello, how are you? This is Geraldine de Pablo. Thank you so much for asking for this training, which is really powerful. I have this is one of my favorite trainings. I have been a network marketer for almost 17 years by now, and I have embraced and adopted network marketing and as the way of that I live. It's my profession. I have been able to change my life, the life of my family, the life of a lot of people close to me. Well, today we're going to talk about the art of networking. So if you are doing network marketing and you're considering to do it full time or to do it for your profession, I'm telling you, this is the best decision that you can take. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am 50 years old. I've been married for 30 years. I am married to a wonderful man. We have Paul. We have 3 kids, well, 3 adult children. And me and Paul were together. We have been doing together network marketing for the last 15 years. I am Mexican, so if you see a little bit of my accent, that's why. And if you don't understand anything that I say, just keep going and then you can figure out the whole sentence after that. Anyway, The Art of Networking by Geraldine Pablo and Paul Ramelo is my handsome husband. And let's talk about the success of a network business based on a solid 3-element platform. So it is based on a 3-element platform. And what are they? Is energy, psychology, and congruence. And let's talk about each one of them. Energy. And when I talk about energy, I talk about in every way you can say energy. The energy that how you vibrate. I'm going to tell you that how we feel about some energy never lies. How we feel about something, we are always going to project that. The way that we vibrate, and if I vibrate with emotional thoughts that are high, that are thoughts of love, thoughts of service, I'm going to, my energy, my body, my heart, my soul, my presence is gonna vibrate. It's gonna feel lighter, higher, and I'm gonna track obviously better things in my life. If I'm a negative person and I'm always talking about bad things and I'm talking about negativity and I'm getting involved in gossips, that energy of myself is going to attract exactly the same thing and it's gonna stop my business. So I have to be aware of my energy. How is my energy? How am I vibrating? What am I feeding my mind and my heart? This is, you know, you might think that it has nothing to do, but it has a lot to do. Remember, you're gonna create in your outside whatever is in your inside, and what is your energy is what you feed. What thoughts do you feed your mind? What thoughts or emotions do you feel your heart? That is going to have a huge impact in what I do, in the way that I manage my business, in the way that I attract people to my business. Now, the other type of energy, the energy of my thoughts about the business, my energy, the thoughts about money, my energy, the thoughts about building a huge business, how I feel about network marketing, how I feel about my company, that energy, people is going to feel it. Remember, people is going to feel what you tell them. It's not really the words sometimes is the last resource of communication. What really is going to impact somebody is how they sense you, how they sense me. How can people want to join your business because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. So is my energy promoting me, somebody that can be trusted? Is my energy promoting me, somebody that can be liked? How people know me? They know me because I do what I say I'm gonna do. They know me because I I have an open mind and I go and look for the things. So I have a narrow mind and say, I can't. Energy is absolutely important in every aspect on my life. The second one is psychology, and of course it goes together with it, and it's also super important because it's about what do I think about everything. But let's start, what's the psychology? What do I think about myself? Do I think I am somebody worth to be a millionaire? Do I think I'm somebody worth to be powerful? Do I believe I am somebody worth to be rich? Or what's the psychology about myself? What thoughts do I have of success? Can I see myself successful? Can I imagine, can I picture myself in total financial freedom, helping people, growing? What is the concept that I have of my own person? How do I think about myself? And what do I think about the business? What do I think about the network marketing industry? Do I believe it's worth it? Do I believe it's an industry that can really impact lives? And you know, in case that we have a little bit of that, let me just talk to you about something. Network marketing is just an incredibly powerful way to make money. It really is like a metaphysic business that everything that you everything that you believe, everything that you work is what you have manifesting in your life. It really is. It's a business that the more that I grow myself, the more that I believe in success, the more that I believe that I can, I'm going to attract exactly that. So network marketing has created over I say they say 3.5 trillion dollars since 2009. I was reading that the other day. Since 2009 up to now, and the industry has paid over 600 billion with B. It's like I can't even imagine how many zeros is that in commissions to distributors. But why is so powerful? Because it has the most powerful way of distributing products, mouth to mouth, recommendations. People love the product. But I have to have the psychology, the belief that network marketing is something powerful, something that is going to change my life. And if I'm not there yet, I really want to encourage you to read more about network marketing. And if you don't believe that you are worth to be rich, to be loved, to have all the beautiful things in life, I really want to invite you to work on that, because you can, and all of us can do it. So psychology is absolutely important in the journey to be a successful network marketer. And congruence, I can pronounce that, but that is a very important part, because I'm telling you, there's no fake leaders, right? I mean, sometimes they are, but they ended up falling. You know, like the biggest stars and then fall. You have to, the real leaders, the real success people in this amazing and beautiful profession is the people that maintain themselves because they have a congruence in their lives, because they work on their shadows. We all have it. We all have good and bad, and we're not all good. We're bad and good, and we're, you know, like you're in a rainbow of things in our lives, in our personality. But we try to be, you know, the more congruent that we can. And success people in network marketing are the ones that walk the talk. And I'm gonna tell you, if you see, I know amazing leaders that I admire profoundly from other companies and from my own company, but from other companies that, you know, I see that they do what they say, and they, you know, they have congruence in their lives. And so I love about this profession, because it really reflects who you are. And the more that I say that before, the more that I work on my congruence, the more that I work on aligning myself and do what I say. If I want people to go to the events, I go to the events. If I want people to purchase products, I purchase products. If I want people to do the trainings, I do the trainings. Like, we are going to attract exactly the same people that we do. But you know, there's leaders there that they just did, you know, I want to give you a training, and then the training, it's about things that they are, you just see them and it doesn't match their words, so then they don't have it. So congruence is something that is going to make your business strong, because you can say something that is not, and maybe some people believe you for a while, but they're not going to believe you forever. And sooner or later, always, 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 always the truth come to, you know, like everybody knows the truth, come to air, huh? Always. So I'm going to say to you, like, your congruence in your life and in any aspect of your life is going to be very, very powerful, absolutely. But in this business, what you are and what you say is exactly what you are going to attract. So we want that part. We have to do that. We have to be that part. We have to be the person that you want to attract to your business. What person you want to attract? Who do you want to attract? Would you work with yourself? You know, somebody asked me that. Would you work with yourself? Like, would you, hey Geraldine, I'm going to work with you. Would you work with yourself? And that is a question that we have to answer. And the answer is yes, that's fantastic. And the answer is, well, maybe not, because I really want the people to do more than I am willing or able to do, but I want them to do the work. I'm telling you, a solid business will not be able to grow on those foundations. So I invite you to work on that, because we are all incongruent. I mean, we're congruent and incongruent. We're humans. So, but we have to navigate with those and try to align to be the most congruent person and work on our way there, you know. And when we realize that we're not being congruent, it's like, oh, hold on, let me work on it. Let me be aware of that. We have to be aware of the things that we're not being congruent. This is a number one thing, guys. I'm telling you, it really can change your business. Now, 5 factors, I love this, right, that contribute to your success in network marketing. And there are 5 factors that are really going to mark our success in network marketing. The first one, hold on, vision, frequency, perception, responsibility, and leadership. Sorry. So let's start with vision. And when I talk about vision, vision is a word that it's a little bit, everybody, oh, the vision and visionary, and it is a very powerful word, but it has been misused, I would say, and misunderstood as well. Vision is to have the capacity of see what is not right now in front of our eyes, and have all the elements necessaries in order to not predict the future, because you can predict, but to imagine, to visualize something better, to believe that something is possible. And I think that's the word, that the phrase exactly that I want to use. A visionary person is somebody that puts their mind and their heart and their belief in something that is absolutely possible. The second factor that is going to make our business successful is the frequency, and this is yes or yes. Well, let me go a little bit back about the vision. If like look at the industry, how much is growing the industry? It's just exploding in a way that is incredible. It's just really, 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 it's a new way to make business. Like we have right now, thanks to all the financial education that we have right now, we have the internet, you know, all the secrets of the millionaires have been exposed. We know that money is really made in networks. Everything that is powerful, that grows big, is made in networks. Like telecommunications are network, franchises are networks. So everything that grows big is made in networks. So look at the industry, how much is growing. People don't want to work anymore 8 hours. You know, the formula, the 40-40-40 formula, work 40 years of your life, 40 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and then when you retire, they pay you the 40% of your salary. We don't want that anymore. Now, new generations, they want to make business. We have to understand that network marketing is the business of the century. It really the distribution of products between people. So we have to have that vision, understanding that it really can change thousands and millions of lives. And now look at the company that you are, our company, which is one of the most powerful companies ever in the industry of network marketing. And that's exactly where we are, and we're growing. Now, frequency, your business, you know, if you want to be serious about your business, you have to do it all the time. And I'm telling you, how frequent? No, all the time possible. I mean, if you're starting your network marketing business right now and you are starting part-time, most of us start part-time, that's okay, that's fine. But you have to move to going full-time. And if you're even doing it part-time, you have to have established how many hours you're going to give to your business. And I'm going to tell you, the more you do it, the fastest you're going to get to your goal, right? Whatever is your goal. If your goal is to make $500 extra a month, that's fine. 1,000, whatever your goal is fine. But the more frequent that you do all the necessary activity, because you have to, you know, we have to do. It's not an easy business. One thing that is I want to say is one of the, and I really want to say it's one of the most complicated business industries in the world. And I don't want to scare people, but it's an industry that can give you a lot of money and can make you free, financial free forever. It's true, but nothing that is great and gives this kind of income, the possibility of income that the network marketing can give, you can just do it part-time and little bit. Right? I mean, you have to be serious in the time that you do it. Even if it's part-time, that's fine. Me and Paul, when we started, we both have jobs. And I remember I worked in, I'm a psychologist, so I work in an agency in Toronto where you know, empowering and counseling, and the way back, because I live outside of Toronto, I remember that sometimes I went back by subway. It was a lot faster. And I remember that I had my my CD player. I was gonna say my cassette, but no. My CD player. I had a CD player, and young people must say, what is that? Anyway, my CD player, I was listening to things and building myself and learning new things. And maybe I was not able to be doing calls because I was in a public place, I was driving, or I was but I was really learning something, which is part of the business. You have to have frequent trainings. You have to learn every day. You have to put time also into your calls and prospect people, and get close to people, and meet new people, and present your business, and share your opportunity. I gotta tell you right now, in my business, I really believe that when I talk to someone, I am given a coffer of gold. When I talk to someone about Jeunesse, I feel in my heart that I'm given like a box full, a cover full of gold that is going to change their lives. So my energy, remember we talked about that before, my energy is there. It's like, oh, but I want to do it. I want to share my business with people, because this business can change lives the way that it changed my life and the life of my family. Paul and I, we cannot imagine ourselves doing anything else than network marketing, but we do it all the time. But when we started, you know, we did it whenever we can, but we did it. We have hours. So we work up to 6 o'clock, then 6 to 7 in traffic. And talk about loss of time, wasting time in traffic. And in that time, we were listening to audios, we were learning. Then 8, 7 to 9, we were making calls, we were calling people, we were presenting the business. But every day we were working our business, which is absolutely important. The next one is perception. And we talk about it a little bit when I talk about psychology and the energy, but this is really how you perceive the industry, how you perceive network marketing and everything. I remember that everything that has done and how much has grown during the history of the world. Network marketing started in the 1800s, right? But it was until lately, well, maybe in the last 30 years, that have become the new generation of network marketing, and how much has improved and how much money has given to the people. So what do I believe of it? Because I don't know, I remember when I started network marketing, I was a little, it's like, hey, are you going to, what do you do? Oh, well, I used to start a business. I just told my friends, like my best friend, which was not going to judge me, hey, I want to talk to you. I got in one of those those business, but it's really good. The products are great. The products are super good. Oh, you can believe the product, it's like, what is your perception about it? Network marketing is the most intelligent business ever. Money is made in networks. We talked about it before. The real things that make a lot of money are networks. This is a network of distributors, of products, of consumers. Check that out. So it's just, what do you perceive about the industry? How you perceive about the company? I tell you, for me, we're so blessed to be in our company. But how you perceive yourself, right? How do you see yourself in 3 years? Sometimes people say, oh, but that business is going to take too long. True. It's going to take 3 to 5 years or 7, depending how frequent you do it, right? But it takes the time to build the foundation, the energy of the business. But how do you perceive it? Like 3 years ago, I say to people, why did you didn't start with me 3 years ago? If you started 3 years ago, 5 years ago, imagine what would you be doing by now, right? I was doing this 5 years ago. So really, what's your perception about time? 5 years, 3 years are gonna pass anyway. But why don't I invest my time in something that is going to really, really give me back? Responsibility. I'm back, to what we a little bit spoke before. How serious do I take this business? This is not something that I'm just doing it, or doing it professionally. If you do it as a hobby, it's gonna pay you as a hobby. And I'm telling you, hobbies are very expensive. If you wanna play football, soccer, you have to buy your uniform, you have to cooperate, like to pay for the referee, it costs you money. But if you're a professional soccer player, they pay you, and they pay you very, very well. It's the same here, right? Like how am I responsible I'm gonna do this business? I say to you, you can do, you decide how much time you want to invest, and you decide what your goals are in this profession. But I'm telling you, this profession, I don't like much the term industry, I say industry sometimes, but this profession can really change your life and the life of the people that you love, because it has components that any other industry has, that are passive income and exponential growth. Doesn't mean that you're going to have passive income right away, but means that if you work and you build, you're really going to have that. And you keep working on it, of course, but you can build a business that gives you that part, and is definitely exponential, right? And when I talk about exponentiality, I talk about, visualize that you have 5 friends and you invite them to the movies, and then you put them in the movies, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 friends, no? In the first line. And then each one of them in the first row of the movie theater, right? And each one of them invites 5 people, and they sit them in the second line. So in the second line, you don't have 10, because each one of your 5 invited 5, you have 25. And then each one of those 25 invite 5, and then you have 125, and you have the 700, terrible for math, but anyway, but the growth is exponential. But I have to know what I want, how am I going to do it, and take responsibility of doing it. One of the reasons that sometimes network marketing doesn't work, though doesn't result the way we are, is because we do it as hobby. We do it another time. One of the leaders of my company says, full-time, part-time, or sometimes, no? And sometimes it's not gonna work. Part-time, yeah, it might, depending if those are your goals. But if you really wanna retire and leave all the amazing, amazing things of this profession, you have to be responsible and do it when you say you're going to do it, having a schedule, like if it was a job, like if you invested millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you open a store, imagine you open, I don't know, any kind of store, a laundry, whatever, and you invest, you know, you have to pay whatever, and you invest a lot of money. It's the same here. You don't say, oh, today I'm going to open at 3. No, tomorrow I'm going to wake up early. So I open at 7 in the morning, but the day after I'm going to go party. So I'm going to open around 10. We don't do that, right? Like we open, like we take it serious. It's the same in this profession and leadership. And I'm going to tell you, the money is for the ones that hold the microphone. And that is the truth. This business, the people that make money are the leaders. And that is something that not many people is going to tell you, but it's the truth. We have to become leaders. We have to, you know, overcome our fears. I remember for me, public speaking was absolutely terrifying. It was just, I felt like I started thinking about everything I had to say. I forgot, of course. Now imagine in English, like in Spanish, okay, more or less, but when I had to do it in English, it was just like thinking about my pronunciation, thinking about my accent. Oh my God, I'm so scared to do it. And I'm still scared, I gotta tell. I have a little secret, but I do it with fear. You know, do it anyway, but you have to overcome, and you have to really like take initiative. The other day we were talking about leaders. Like I have a one downline that I really respect, and he's growing really like a lot, and working in himself a lot. And I remember when we started, one time he called me, he said, hey, how do I do this? And I say to him, if you were a diamond, what would you do? Like, take the initiative. Ask yourself, if I can do it, how do I solve it? I have, you know, there's two types of leaders, right, in the world that I say. A leader is somebody that someone imposed, like a dictator, or maybe a religious leader, or a boss, a director in a company. You know, it's leader that somehow they got there, right? But the real leadership, like it's an inspirational leader, is someone that inspires you. So in order to become, to extend, to really live our leadership, is to become inspiration. And the only way that I'm gonna be able to inspire somebody is when I go through hard things, when I know that I have to be responsible, that I have to be congruent, that I don't want to work in my business, but I have to do it. That I would love to have people that were all leaders, they were all went to the events, they all bought the products, and me nothing, but I have to do it if I want to be congruent. That I have to have that transformation inside me that is going to take me out of my comfort zone that is going to make me be a better person, that is going to expand my soul, my being, through, don't limit in my comfort zone, but go far beyond my comfort zone and do things that I think are not possible, and overcome my fears and do it even with fear, and all the things. I have to inspire, because the energy, and we talk about energy at the beginning, that's what I love this training, because it ends up like really all coming up together. But I have to inspire through the energy that I created myself. And I create energy through what I feed my mind, what I feed my soul, the actions I do that I don't want to do, but I have to, because it's going to expand my comfort zone, and it's going to create friction, and it's going to create energy. That is the real leadership, someone that inspires you. That's why many leaders, many ranks in network marketing, they get there and then they go down immediately, because they got there for whatever reason, but they didn't build that inside them, that leadership that you generate, through actions that are going to inspire others. Why, when people tell stories, why stories is the most powerful thing of telling a story? When you take any class of public speaking, they tell you that you have tell stories. Stories are the best thing to do, but the stories have to be something that you overcame, something that you went, that make you, that you had to live, that you have to overcome, that you have to work on, that made you who you are now. So don't be afraid of those things. Let's create an inspirational leader based through energy, congruence, actions, and everything that we're talking about right now. But leadership is absolutely crucial. And if you want a leadership that lasts, it has to be based on truth, and through the inspiration of the transformation of our soul, our mind, our impact that we have. People like to be close to people that are real, that make them better persons, that help them, that inspire them. So that is the true leadership. And passion, passion. What's passion? We know what we want and where we go, and we're willing to pay the price. I absolutely adore that part. It's just so amazing for me, because you have to have passion. I'm telling you, if you really understand what network marketing is, you could never leave it. It's just, it makes it, I tell you from my heart, and for me and Paul, it makes us better people. It makes us to grow. It makes us work in our fears, work in our giving. It helps people, because the more you help, the more money you make. I don't know if that makes, it's like you're receiving money because you're helping people, but you're not helping people because of the money. You're just helping people, and then life is so beautiful that it pays you back with that. So it has to have the passion and belief. I'll tell you one thing. Well, it's always in my mind, and I think that many people don't make money in many professions because they have it all around. We think that when we work, we have to be paid right away by whatever method, no? Like if I work 2 hours, I have to get paid 2 hours. And where's my money? And then I get, so when I started with marketing and I don't see the money coming out right away, I'm angry. And then I don't want to do it anymore, so I leave it. But if we just could only understand that our part is to do the work, to put the energy. This is physics of, grade 5th grade. like energy that you put in anything, it doesn't destroy. The energy always comes back to us. And not only in physics of fifth grade, every philosophy, every religion talk about that. The karma dharma, everything you do is going to come back. Exactly the same. Everything that I put the energy is going to come back to me, but I have to release that. I have to let the universe, or whatever you want to call it, to get that back to me. So I'm going to work, I'm going to put my work, I'm going to, my intention, I'm going to give plans, I'm going to prospect, I'm going to learn, I'm going to do my part, I'm going to contact people, I'm going to present the business, I'm going to do my part, I'm going to do my list, call everybody, I'm going to do my part. And I'm going to believe, which I believe, that that energy that I put is going to come back to me. Maybe not in that plan that I gave, but it's going to come back to me. Yes, yes, yes. So when I have the certainty that whatever I do is going to come back to me, then I do it with love, with passion. I give myself to that because I know I'm going to receive the same. So I know exactly what we want, what we and Paul want, where we're going, and we pay the price of working it, because if it doesn't manifest there, it's going to manifest later. And that is absolutely, for us, truth. We chose to believe it, and I'm so glad that we believe that. The next one is 9 things that successful people do. And I'm going to invite you to consider them. They decide to love themselves. And you know what? For me, success, the concept of success is somebody that has the, the elements of their lives in an equilibrium, right? The social life, the emotional part, the social part, the financial part, the health part, the vocation part, the financial part, I said already. And that they provide themselves with good things. Successful people, in the way that I seek success, with that equilibrium, people that is successful with that equilibrium, they decide to give themselves the best. And here it comes something really important that we talked at the beginning about energy and about psychology. What do you think about yourself? Do you think that you deserve to be rich? Do you think that you deserve to be abundant? Do you think that you deserve to be loved? You know what? This is time to start giving yourself that. I'm gonna, I mean, like, we sometimes the information that we got when we were little wasn't sometimes the best one. Sometimes, like, they didn't tell us the good things that we should know, but maybe they didn't teach us how to love ourselves, because it's, some people think that if you love yourself, you're being selfish, and it's absolutely wrong, because nobody can give what you cannot give what you don't have. So if I realized in my immediate universe, in my life, that I'm not receiving the things that I would like, maybe I'm preventing myself for opening the channels to receive. So successful people, they take the decision and they say, you know what, I'm not talking about the ego. It's very important. I'm talking about the true love for themselves. If the people that love themselves, they can love other people, right? Because they have so much love to give. But in order to learn to love, maybe I have to learn to love myself. I have to do actions every day of love. Every day I'm gonna make a tea, but I'm gonna make a tea special for me. I'm gonna read this book that is gonna feed my mind. I'm gonna connect with this painting. I'm gonna connect with the music. I'm gonna buy this for me. I'm gonna just buy a flower for me. I'm gonna give me love. I know, and this is absolutely powerful, because when we start loving ourselves, then we start loving much more people, of course, because we have love to give, and we really start attracting good things to our lives because we deserve them. So absolutely important. I really invite you to just check it out. How much you think you love yourself, but not the ego. Oh, I'm much better than them. A person that loves themselves, don't say that to start with. A person that loves themselves appreciates success, appreciates beauty in others. It is completely the opposite, right? Is I can see beauty because I see beauty in myself. It's not like I love myself so much that you all are ugly and I'm so pretty. It's completely the opposite. So let's work in that part. Second, yeah, we talk about it a little bit. They know where they want to go and how to get there. And that's very important to have like a real goal. Because if we know where we want, if you're doing this business, you have to define. I mean, it would be much better if you define what's your goal. Is your goal to be a diamond? Is your goal to pay just $500 for maybe a car, extra $500? What's your goal with this business? And you have to know that is what it's going to take to get there. If you want something big, you have to do something big. I mean, it has to be a huge transformation. With what we have right now is what we are right now. If I want to create something different in my reality, I have to become something different in my internal world. So I have to change. I have to change my values, my love. I have to open my friendships, my social circle, my values of money, of love. Like it has to be a transformation. My ideas about abundance, about giving, about sharing. So I have to transform that. I have to change that. And I have to know that it's not going to be easy. I always say that if you want to become diamond, for example, it's like you start here and diamond is here and you have to cross a river. Like imagine, and in the river, you're gonna feel that you're sinking sometimes, and then you're gonna, oh my, it's gonna be difficult because you are crossing a very difficult river. Most of the people don't do it. It was a commercial when I was a kid that says, if the things that are worth it be easy, anyone would do them. Super intelligent. It's true. If the things that are worth in life would be easy, any person could do it. But if you want to become diamond, you have to become diamond inside yourself, a real diamond. And in order to do that, you have to go to that river. I remember when people call me and say, oh, I'm having such a hard time. I called, the people left, and half of my team is not doing nothing. And I was like, okay, so what are you going to do about it? It's part of, yeah, rebuild again and call again and talk to more people and invite more people until, it starts their own course. So we have to swim to that river. And I know that I have to pay that price, and I'm willing to pay it. Number 3 of the things that successful people, do, they're optimistic, realistics. And what I'm saying is that, I have a say in my heart, in my mind that says the best is always happening. Whatever it happens is for the best. And maybe I don't see it right now, but I'm going to believe that. I don't know if that ever happens to you, but that you look back in your life at a certain moment that you were thinking about a time that doors were closing, you were like sinking, and you were like, oh my God. And then something happened, or the circumstances took you to a different ways, and it was like, you know what, I'm glad that happened. Well, I always believe that. I believe that the best is always happening, and I can control whatever I can control, but I look for the best. However, I'm realistic. I cannot control what I can't. I don't try to control things that I can't. And I realize that, yeah, there are challenges everywhere, in people, in myself, in everywhere. And I have to navigate through that. They educate themselves daily. This is absolutely super important. I really, really, really invite you to embrace this. It's part of your energy, it's part of your growth. If you don't grow every day, you don't create that energy of excellence, right? Diamond is, you're gonna attract the great things. You have to become diamond inside to be a real diamond. You don't want to have just a rank and then go down. Everybody, you know, you really want to become that diamond, and a part of it is to educate every day. Is absolutely at least 1 hour. I mean, I would say two, but if like no less than half an hour a day, you have to learn something different. The next, they measure their progress every day, and this is a very good way to have control of your life. Successful people are not victims. And I want you to know that. I mean, we all pass through difficult things in life. We all do. But we have to find a way to overcome that and take control of our lives and be responsible for our lives. And my life is based on the right now the decisions that I took, because we always create in our reality, always. So I have every day, I want to see what I did today that get me closer, that God gets me closer to my goal, that makes me a better person. So it's a constant work inside. They measure their progress every day. They make love actions to themselves every day. And we talk about it when they decide to love, but do something that is good for you. Anything that is especially for you. You know, I don't know if you have ever given a present to somebody that is so nice, and you're waiting and you can't wait for the person to know the present, and you're like so excited because it feels so good to give, to see somebody happy. Let's do that for ourselves every day. Some give us anything, a tea, a massage on the feet, a song, a meditation, an action, a conscious action every day that makes me feel loved, that made me feel empowered by myself. Remember, nobody can empower us. We can empower ourselves and share our empowerment with others. They build and feed their strength of will. And that's a difficult one, right? Because especially when you do a business and you work from home and you're your own boss, you know, it's like, oh, today I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I don't have to get it. You know, let's do things that really make us stronger in our will, that we have to work our will every day and feed it all the time. They gather, hey, look at it. This is so beautiful. They gather from people who made them better people. And I love that, because we all heard that phrase that we are the result of the five people that is close to us. And it's absolutely true. So if you are going to be the result of your five closest friends, or the closest people that impact your life, because people that is close to us, they impact us, we like it or not, period. I mean, oh, he's very negative, but I'm okay. You know, it's no. You have to be selective with the people that is close to us. No, sometimes we can choose. If you have somebody so close that, I mean, you know, you couldn't choose it, but we have to share the shareable, right? But in whatever we can, we have to choose people that makes us better people. And who's your circle of friends? It's going to be people that have dreams that are positive, that talk about interesting things, that talk about dreams and get better and positive things. Check around the people around you. Like what is their conversation that they have? They talk about negativity, death, terrible things, like everybody's broke, the economy is terrible. Ooh, it's like this. No, no. Let's be close to people that makes us better people, that empower us. They believe in themselves. And this part is important, because this is a phrase that everybody say, oh, believe in yourself. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'm ready. I believe in myself now. Like the belief, the trust that you have in yourself is not it is not something that we choose to do. It's something that we were taught to do, unfortunately, until we realize that. Because when we are little, when we're kids, we absorb all the information that we know now about our self-love, how to love others, about money, about any ideas that we just absorb and we then manifest in our adult life. um, I just want to mention something. It's not that we're going to blame our parents or whoever raised us, because we have to remember that people do the best they can. But it's true that sometimes the information, it doesn't allow us to have a lot of faith in ourselves. So believe in myself is a process of rebuilding my concept of myself, rebuilding the image of myself, rebuilding what I believe I am, believe in what I believe I can or cannot do. Believe in myself. It's a process of forgive myself, and understand that maybe in other occasions I failed because I didn't have the elements that were necessary, but I did the best that I could. It's a reconciliation with myself, embracing my shadows and my lights and my faults and the good things I have, and embrace them and harmonize with them, and believe that I am ready to start over. And this is really important, because so many times we hear believe in yourself, just believe in yourself, and it's like, okay, but it is really a process that we have to work every day. Because how am I going to believe in myself if I was maybe told that I wasn't that intelligent, that maybe I didn't success in the school, I wasn't the smarter kid, I didn't finish my career, I was fired for the job, whatever it happens. How am I going to believe in myself? It sounds really nice, but how do I do it? And we have to understand that it's a process of actions that I have to put in place, that I'm going to allow me to little by little be building that trust in myself. And it has to be, a reconciliation with the past, a reconciliation with ideas, to thank the ideas that maybe I received by somebody that told me I wasn't smart, or I wasn't, and appreciate them, but I don't need them anymore. I'm not worth those ideas, don't serve me anymore, and I'm gonna reinvent myself, and I'm gonna start realizing how powerful I am, and I'm gonna validate my good points, and recognize my shadows, and embrace my qualities, and recognize all the things that I'm good at. And make, I'm gonna invite you to make really a list of the beautiful things that you have. Make a list of your qualities, and make a list of the things that you have to work on as well, and embrace them. It doesn't mean that you're gonna, well, I'm like that because I'm embracing that, but embrace them in a way that you have the power of changing them, and you have the power of empower them or improve them. But we have to have them clear. We have to see ourselves with our faults, with our good things, with our shadows, with everything, with the whole universe that we are, and know that we are capable, much more capable than we believe. And we have a lot to work, but we can also as well do it. And that's the beautiful part of the belief. And this is the presentation that I have for you. Thank you very much. I'm Geraldine De Pablo. Um, and this is one of my favorite trainings, because it really involves what I believe and has allowed us to become diamonds 2 times in our company in Jeunesse, and really empower other people and help other people to make it. I told you about my accent. If you didn't understand what I say, just listen to it again and just put it together. And I'm here to serve you. I hope it was helpful. And thank you so much for taking this time and listen to this training. Remember, network marketing is an art. Geraldine De Pablo, thank you so much. Bye. Yeah. Oh, here I am. Okay. Bye.